When you want to measure a sensor input, if the sensor is reading correctly, whatever sensor you're testing, you need to find which wire you need to actually hook your meter up to. So we'll enter in a vehicle, 2007 Hyundai Accent. This is a run stand, so I don't know the model, but I'm going to pick SE. I pick standard trans because the one I'm working on is a standard transmission, so I'll click that. And I'm going to use this vehicle. Now to get to wiring diagrams in ProDemand, this window here, you drop down menu. I want to go to a service manual. This is where you go to get information to fix the vehicle, the service manual. And as soon as I go here, you can see wiring diagram opens up right here, as well as other systems, brakes, electrical, driveline, etc. But I want to find a wiring diagram. It's just handy, it pops up right there. And I want to select system wiring diagrams. On some of the newer vehicles, there'll be a dozen different things you can check. You still need to find system wiring diagrams. So find system wiring diagrams, click on that. Now these are all the different wiring diagrams of all the different systems on that vehicle. So I could look at a horn or headlights or interior lights, power door locks. But for this course, we are going to be focusing on engine performance. So if we click on that, if there was different engine options, they would all come here and I could select what engine I'm on. But this particular vehicle only has one option for engine, so it automatically opens up. And here are my wiring diagrams. Again, I picked Hyundai on purpose because if you notice, when I selected my vehicle in this vehicle selection, I did select a standard transmission. However, if you notice, the first diagram that comes up is automatic transmission. It automatically goes to an automatic transmission, one of four. So there's 4 diagrams in here. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now if I continue down, now you can see I'm getting the diagrams from my manual transmission. So I did select manual transmission, but be aware on the Hyundais, it will show you wiring diagrams for automatics and for manuals. So you need to know what you're working on and be aware that the wiring diagram, you're looking at the correct one. So we are working on the manual. So if I wanted to find or check a certain sensor, I need to find that sensor on my wiring diagram. So we're just going to pick a throttle position sensor, just to choose any sensor. I need to find that sensor. I need to find my throttle position sensor so I can see how it's all labeled here. So I'm just looking for my TPS. And here's right here, throttle position sensor. It tells me where it is on the right side of the throttle body. But I have 3 wires. So now I need to hook up to my signal wire. What's handy about this is now if I know where it is and I click on my full screen, so I know it's down here. See, now when I hover over a wire, it lights up. I can click these wires, and when I click them, they're highlighted. So I'm going to click all 3 wires here. Now these are all highlighted. Now if I scroll back to the previous diagram, it remains highlighted. So I can follow a wire and find out where it goes. So I'm going to just follow this wire. So it goes off here. This is diagram 2. So diagram 3 would be here. Diagram 1 would be on this side. It goes 1, 2, 3. It lays them out in a row. And if you notice here, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. This one here, you can zoom in to get a better view. This is terminal 17 as it goes to the next diagram. So we'll move this over, and here it comes on here, terminal 17, and it comes over here, and this is sensor power. That's my power wire. So this is not my signal wire, so I don't want that wire. So it's going to be one of the other wires. So they come off this way onto diagram number 1. So we'll click back to diagram number 1 again, and here are my 2 wires. Sensor ground, I don't want that one, and then that leaves this sensor signal. So if I just zoom in on that, sensor signal right here, this is terminal number 39. This is my connector number. C stands for connector, so this is connector 01. C01 is my connector number. Terminal number is 39. This is where I would go. I would hook up my lab scope to connector 39 of CO1, and I would hook up the black terminal to a good ground. So the yellow or the green channel, whichever one I was using, would go to 39, and the black terminal would go to a good ground.